Well, nothing is official, but a healthcare provider in eastern Maine says it's considering ending key services at 3 of its locations after the federal government cut funding to organizations delivering abortions.
News Center Maine's Christian Harsa joins us now with more on what those cuts could mean to some rural families. Christian.
Hi, Brian and Amanda. So Maine Family Planning says these cuts would not impact all of its locations. It has 18 across the state. Instead, only the primary services at Ellsworth, Holton, and Presque Isle would be eliminated. But experts say that is the last thing rural Maine needs.
Maine right now has a primary care shortage. There's no doubt about that. We don't have enough primary care physicians, we don't have enough PAs, and we don't have nurse practitioners.
Northern Lights Dr. James Jarvis.
If we were to lose another practice, that just makes that even more difficult.
Maine Family Planning is considering ending primary care services at 3 locations in Ellsworth, Holton, and Presque Isle by the end of October. Part of the reason, according to Director of Advocacy Olivia Pennington, is the state has not increased funding to the organization over the past 10 years, while costs have continued to rise.
Despite an increase in patient numbers and rising costs of delivering care.
Maine's legislature awarded Maine Family Planning and Planned Parenthood of Northern New England $6 million to help with those costs. However, Pennington says a large one-time payment isn't enough to dig out of the years of deficit.
And what we need is stable, consistent, ongoing funding.
There is concern for these cuts. A spokesperson for Maine Health writing, Maine Family Planning provides needed health care to underserved patients, particularly those with MaineCare or no insurance at all.
I want to be clear, we're talking about hardworking Mainers not being able to use their insurance, MaineCare, from accessing life-saving healthcare at the provider that they trust and feel safe with.
Despite financial challenges, Maine Family Planning and Planned Parenthood do not turn away patients.
Planned Parenthood is often the first and only provider a patient sees in an entire year, and we do far more than just the medical services as well.
Medical services that could be gone in Ellsworth, Holton, and Presque Isle in October.
So we're really a lifeline for members of our community who otherwise wouldn't have access to care. And
while the federal cuts are just for 1 year, there are fears they will continue.
And yet we know the attacks continue and the hole grows bigger as day after day we're denied from receiving federal funds for services we provide.
It is important to emphasize that only primary care services at those 3 locations, Ellsworth, Holton, and Presque Isle, are at risk of cancellation. Maine Family Planning says it will continue to provide STD testing, birth control medications, and other family care at all 18 of its locations.
Christian Arso live in our studio tonight. Christian, thank you so much.